There are many ways that one can profess their faith. For most, belonging to a religious community or involving prayer into their lives fulfills their sense of duty and relationship towards God. But what motivates others to go to greater lengths? Monastic orders who take a vow of poverty or who choose to live a life of solitude, for instance. I'm your host, Carolyn Morrison. Join us as we explore the world of intense spiritual life on this episode of Mysteries of the Church. Those who devote their lives to God often see it as a calling, something they cannot ignore. And whether that calling is to become a parish priest or to join a convent, one thing's for certain: they'll be living outside cultural norms.
Well, I think that extreme devotion is something that is in part unique to each person, but more generally, I think extreme devotion is something that sets a person apart from the rest of the world's own concerns.
Our desire was to live a Franciscan life, which was perhaps maybe we might say more intentional, maybe more focused. Some people might say more fervent. Some people say more strict, but we wouldn't use those terms.
Priests, for instance, give up family life by making a promise of celibacy, a sacrifice meant to cultivate a deeper relationship with God.
Vocations, I think, have to do with one's not only faith in Christ, but also the other profound question, not only who do you say I am in your life, but do you love me?
The Carmelites of Brooklyn desire to carry on the spirit of our Holy Mother in our day. Hence, we maintain the observance of the primitive rule and the constitutions written by our Holy Mother, who promised her daughters that if faithfully practiced, it would be enough to canonize them.
There's a difference between religion and faith. Religion can be simply just something, external observance, and you do this, and you go to church on Sunday, and that often, if it's not done with faith, if it's simply just exterior observance, it does not lead to transformation. It does not bring us true peace. It does not give us a sense of purpose. And this is why people give up religion, is because they say, well, why am I doing this? It doesn't make sense. It's not helping me. Faith always helps us because we were meant to believe.
When Jesus asks Peter, do you love me? Peter believed, but do you love me? What is your relationship to me? I think is very profound. And I think those questions are very much part of the discernment, have to be part of the discernment process for a person seeking to follow the Lord. How are they going to love the Lord? How are they going to believe the Lord in their particular lifestyle?
In the Gospels, Jesus makes it quite clear that if you want to follow him, that you had to live a life of which one gave up their attachments to perhaps the worldly things, which may in themselves may not be sinful, but perhaps will keep a person away from living a life of spiritual perfection, we might say.
Monastic life, on the other hand, offers participants a communal setting away from society for work, prayer, reflection, and a deep communication with God. And then there are those who are even more reclusive, choosing a life of near or complete solitude. These ascetics practice a level of self-denial, which may be viewed as harsh, but offers a path which brings them closer to God.
Even though we have individuals who engage in certain spiritual practices, some of whom can be either women or men religious, or otherwise enter into ordained priesthood, these individuals, they take on certain responsibilities for themselves, such as celibacy, for instance. But then there are those individuals who are aware of that, who engage in that kind of lifestyle, but who push the envelope even further.
Intense spiritual life involves a level of discipline that few of us will ever experience. When we return, we will explore the mysteries of a silent and solitude lifestyle, and later on, a religious order who gains riches through a life of poverty. Don't go away.